Programming, Part 1, Lesson 2.2, Logical Operators. So we're still going to be looking at Boolean results, but instead of using the relational operators, we're going to be using logical operators. So there's 4 primary ones. Okay, so these are the 4 we're going to talk about. There are actually other ones if you ever do like logic gates or circuits. There are other ones that are out there, but these are the 4 we're going to focus on. So an AND means the only way you can get a true is if both conditions are true. Okay, so true and true gives you true. If you have any false with an AND statement, you're going to get a false. An OR statement, on the other hand, an OR statement means at least one condition is true. So if you have one true part, the OR statement becomes true. So the only way to get a false here would be if they were all false. And then a not is what we call a negation. So if you have a true, not true would give you false. If you had a false, not false would give you true. And then exclusive OR means that the 2 inputs, so these are all comparing, except for the not statement, and or and exclusive OR, they're all comparing 2 Booleans. So exclusive OR means that the conditions need to be different, right? Exclusive means different. So if the 2 Booleans are the same, you're going to get a false here. You're saying, no, they're not different. If they are different, so one's true, one's false, that's when you get a true. Exclusive means they have to be different to get a true. To help with that, we have what we call truth tables. These truth tables just show all possible outputs. Okay, so here we have an input A. So if your input A is true, not true would give you false. Here we have 2 inputs, right? You would have A and B, so like true and true would give you true. True and false would give you false. So these show every possible output that you would get for these logical operators. All right, so we're going to evaluate some things here. Okay, so let's just practice on determining these values. Okay, so let's look at U first. All right, so order of operations actually still is legit. Like we still use that. So if there's any parentheses, you'd want to do that first. All right, so here we would want to do the true and true first. Okay, so true and true gives us true. Then we just kind of bring down the or false part. Okay, so remember, an and statement can only be true if they're both true, and in this case they are. An or statement, as long as one of them is true, you're going to get true here. All right, so we're actually going to get a true output for this expression. All right, so let's look at B now. All right, so here we have true or true. So again, for an or statement, as long as one of them is true, the whole thing is true. Then we have and false. So this is an and statement now. And if you have an and statement, if there's a false in an and statement, it makes the whole entire thing false. The only way for an and statement to be true is if every argument is true. So this is going to give us a false result for V. All right, and then here we would actually do these 2 parts kind of first. So not false would make this true. True or false, that's an or statement, so that's going to be true. And then we're going to and those 2 together. Okay, so if we and 2 trues, we end up with a true. All right, so if you want to pause the video and try this one has an exclusive OR in it to see if you can do that. Pause the video and then come back when you're ready. All right, so true exclusive OR. So remember, exclusive OR means they need to be different to be true. Since these are the same, this is going to give us false. They are not exclusive. They are not different. Okay, so that's going to be a false here. Not false, that would be true. If we and a false and a true, we're going to get a false.